Our second guest has been in the real estate mortgage industry for 30 years. April 1st was that milestone for her. She at one time had the top 5 female-owned mortgage companies in the United States of America. She owned that company between the years 1999 to 2008. She gave that up to be the vice president of SWBC. She helped 208 families plan perfect custom-fit mortgages in the year 2013 alone, which equates to acquiring $28 million worth of new mortgages under her management. She has a team of 3 dedicated to service her book of clientele. She's an awesome person, a great wife, tremendous grandmother and mother, one of my favorite people in the business, Miss Irene Morgan.
Thank you.
How are you?
Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. Hey, so I've known you and your husband for a little bit. I heard that Ron just turned 70 years young.
Yes.
That's shocking to me, because me and Bobby said if or when I get married again, he's going to be at my bachelor party. He's such a spring chicken. I had no idea he was 70 years young. That's amazing. Anyways, Irene, we're going to get right into it. Everyone wants to know, what are the 3 most common zero down payment programs out there?
Well, the first one, of course, is the one everybody knows about, the VA loan. But you do have to be a veteran to qualify.
Sure.
The second one is USDA. That is what most people think is got something to do with agriculture, but they do have USDA loans for any place that used to be rural property, but it is regulated by where the house is and their income. The third one is not exactly a zero down, except for the borrower doesn't have to come up with any money.
Sure.
It's a new program called a SETH program, and it's actually a grant. Okay. It's up to 5% grant. You don't ever have to pay it back.
Wow.
It's just depends on your income and depends on the county as to how much your income is.
So roughly, I mean, for Bexar County, like roughly how much do you have to make to qualify?
$67,000
Just
or
around
less.
there. And so it's either an individual or a couple that makes that amount, correct?
It's actually anybody that's qualifying for the loan.
Sure.
So if someone is married and working, but their credit isn't good or they don't want to, and they're not qualifying,
Sure.
We don't have to count that income.
I gotcha. So let's talk about some other general qualifications for like VA, USDA, FHA. So what are the credit scores that people usually need to have?
Well, generally, it depends on person to person, area to area, and situation. But generally, on a VA loan and now FHA loan, it's approximately about a 620 credit score.
Okay.
On a SETH loan, it's at least minimum of 640.
I gotcha. Okay. And so what about work history? So they're looking for about 2 years of work history. Is that correct?
Depends too. There is no set rules of exactly, but it's 2 years in the same line of work, more or less. Like if they just finished a trade school or regular school or college or something in that line, then they can just start.
So if you're going to school, you can use that. So if it was like you ended nursing school or you're bartending and then you started as a nurse, you can use those last years of schooling.
Absolutely. We just need a 30-day pay stub.
That's incredible. Awesome.
Irene, how about lowest credit score that you guys are willing to work with you and your investors?
Well, I said that generally is approximately a 620. Now, on a conventional, it's higher, but it all depends on how much you're putting down, what your total package looks like.
So with somebody with a lower credit score, do they have to come in with a higher down payment? Maybe do they have to have a lower debt-to-income ratio? Or
the debt-to-income ratio is the same for everybody.
Okay.
There's no discriminating, like if your credit isn't good, you have to have a better debt to income. It's not like that at all. Actually, as odd as it seems, people with the lower credit scores are usually the people putting the less money down. I mean, that seems kind of odd, but that's the way it is.
So we talked about FHA, SETH, VA, USDA. What about conventional loans? Is there 3%, 5%? What type of loan?
The minimum down payment now is 5%. That just changed this year. It used to be 3%, but now it's a minimum of 5% down.
Okay.
Now, the qualifying ratios on a conventional loan are stricter.
Sure.
There is a first and a second ratio. A ratio is your house payment and your debts against your income. And on most loans, there's just that back ratio, but a conventional, they want to make sure that your house payment is not above a certain ratio also.
I gotcha. So you blew my mind last time. You have these lunch and learns at your office, and you always, for whatever reason, pour alcoholic beverages for real estate agents, which is crazy. But anyways, and we never
It's
take
not
part.
true.
We never take part.
It's not true.
No, but you had this incredible program that I had never heard before, and I think it's very unique to your company. It's called a recasting loan. And just talk to me a little bit about that, because I feel like I'm learning all the time from you all the time.
Okay. That is only on conventional loans that we are servicing through SWBC Mortgage. We can recast the loan. By that we mean if you're putting at least $10,000 more down,
Okay.
there's a fee of about $150. You do have a form you have to fill out and send in.
Right.
And then we will recast the loan for the amount that's left on the loan
Sure.
to the amount of years that are left on the loan.
So if, let's say I have a client coming in from another state, okay, and they come down here to San Antonio, you're saying that you can, if they qualify, they can get a loan for a home, right? And then they can, after they find the perfect home here with hopefully Bobby and I, they can sell their house wherever they come from, let's say Alabama, and then if it's recent, they can, once they sell the house, they can put that equity, that down payment, and then reset the loan.
As long as the loan has been in place for a minimum of 3 months, yes.
Can you talk about how strict do you have to have a certain credit? Do you have to have a certain debt to income ratio? What does somebody have to qualify for one of these loans?
It's a standard conventional loan.
Okay.
So if they've already qualified for the loan, they can recast it at
Whenever.
no more than once a year, and they have to have a minimum of $10,000. But there's no extra qualifications to be able to do that. It's just your standard conventional loan.
And how long has his loan been out for? It's been pretty recent, right? That you guys have been working with it.
Less than a year.
Less than a year. And what's the best story that you can tell me about USDA and Seth? Because me and Bobby and Jay, Bobby and I actually use the Seth program a lot. We've seen it more and more here in San Antonio. And we have a bunch of clients that can get gifted the 3.5% down payment, but we've actually, kind of told them about the Seth program. A lot of people don't know about it. How come? Is there some banks that don't do it or some banks that do it?
Well, a lot of loan officers don't want to do it.
How come?
It's extra work. We have to be certified. And our processors have to be certified. We have to be certified. The underwriters have to be certified. And there's, quite frankly, a lot of people don't want to work with the average to lower income people.
Sure.
I always feel like we have to give back.
Absolutely.
And that is one way of being able to do it. It's a grant.
Right.
And so it's my favorite thing is when you're being able to help somebody that's a family of 5. They worked really hard.
Sure.
I'm saying this is something that we just did last month, and they work hard. They have good credit.
Right.
They just can't save any money.
Sure.
And and they don't have any family. They actually were the most productive people in their family. So there was absolutely nobody to get a gift from. And with this 5% grant that they never ever have to get back, they got into their dream home. They came in and cried and thanked us for being able to do it. See, that make me cry just thinking about it.
Don't cry.
Wow, she's crying right now.
Yeah. I'm crying watching her cry.
I'm crying with you.
And we don't bring tissue here. So, Roland, you got anything? No? Okay. So, Irene, I want to thank you for allowing us to peek through the window, which is your vast knowledge of mortgage. Every time that I talk to you, I feel like I learn more and more about the industry. It's not my field, it's your field. I think you're the guru. I think you know everything. I am so proud that you're going to be on a show and be such a big contributor to it. So, Irene is going to give a free credit consultation and custom tailor an investment plan for anyone interested in making an investment in real estate. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or if you're a seasoned investor, what I want you guys to do, if you're listening right now, you text the word HOME, HOME, directly to 210-771-0139. That's HOME to 210-771-0139. Take out your phone, use your big thumb, and do 210-771-0139. And you will receive the information about all these unique loans that Irene broke down today, and she's going to custom tailor an investment plan for you when you're ready to purchase some real estate. You can also find her, she has a partner profile on our BobbyandJJRadio.com. Her personal website is swbcmortgage.com/Morgan. So that's SWC Mortgage.
WBC.
swbcmortgage.com/Morgan. See, it's a tongue twister. And you can also find her on our team page, which is thetrategroup.com. There's a little button that says finance your home, click that button and you're going to see her pretty mug right there also. She's all over the place. She should be. She's the best. So we're going to transition right now to some more information from our partners. We'll be back to speak with Adam Hetrick, the credit repairman. He's going to warn us about the biggest mistake the consumers commonly make before making a major purchase. He's also going to give away a service that is a value of about $50. Along with that, he's going to teach us how to stop letting our personal information get sold to the highest bidder. This stuff is going to blow your hair back. This is the good stuff. You're listening to Bobby and JJ Radio.